Alright, good morning everybody. We are just getting some equipment moved home. Last day of corn harvest today. There is 75-ish acres maybe. I'm not entirely sure how much left at home farm, but there's a 50-acre chunk for sure. And cleaning up some stripe finish out. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully the last day of corn harvest we should have enough space to combine everything into the elevator tonight. What I mean by that is the dryer has dried enough. We emptied number 2 wet bin this morning. It's getting filled back up with dry corn. Let the dryer keep drying, and everything should be good. Well, I haven't done very well at all at recording today, like, right, little man? Yeah, last day of harvest, if assuming everything holds together, which we had a rocky start. I got 3/4 of the combine dump and the belt that runs the sucker fan that cleans the rat off. The little rib belt broke. I was just we got horsepower. I know it's very good corn here, but are we not taking horsepower? Oh, where are we heating again? Shoot. Okay, as I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted by that same belt coming off again, I am quite confident that the bearing on that fan or sucker is gone, going loose, and allowing that pulley to vibrate and the belt sucked off. It's 4 o'clock now on a Sunday. We haven't got done what we wanted to get done by now. There's a lot, like there's a lot of corn to go yet. So 45 acres, 50 acres. So I don't really foresee us finishing tonight at this point anyway. Yeah, it is good corn. That's all 10% low, so very good corn down in this little spot there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, so it is Monday morning. Terrible job recording yesterday on what I thought was going to be the last day of corn harvest. Got my boy out for his first corn combine ride. He did amazing. Like, tried having him out in beans and he couldn't sit still. He was all over the cab. He was pushing buttons. It didn't work out very well. Yeah, he did amazing, and I was just enjoying the moment. Yeah, we pulled into the field yesterday. I had the rat sucker fan belt break. Thought, okay, whatever. I have 1 a year break. I kind of felt like an idiot for not having one. Went and got one, got going again. As I was putting it on, I realized that the bearings were gone in that fan. So I was like, okay, that makes sense why it went. Just threw it back on to see what would happen. It ran for, I got 23 acres done yesterday. And then it popped off again, so I tried putting it on. Came off right away, and it did that 2 more times, so I gave up. I think the fan, some fins went flying and the fan wasn't balanced anymore, and anyway, so ran around this morning, got bearings, got a new fan, threw that all back together. Should have recorded it, didn't record it. My apologies. Now we're heading back to the field for the official last day of corn harvest. It is happening today. There is just under 50 acres to go. We've got room at the elevator, and there is a week of crappy weather coming. Snow, rain. It is time to wrap this up. It is happening today. If it wasn't so crazy windy yesterday, I probably could have managed without that sucker fan, especially going the direction I was to get this field done anyway. But when that wind's humming, it just grabs all the corn stalks that stalk choppers do, blows it up on the rad, and you're overheating within a round. So I've combined without that before, but the conditions have to be right, and the conditions were not in condition. So enough rambling. Let's wrap up corn harvest. Well, it's been going good, and when it's going good, there's nothing to record, and when there's nothing to record, it's pretty boring, and boring is good. I did have one of those white side panels, like the access panel to the rotor. The latch got bumped when we were working on the fan, so it blew open, or half open. I noticed my sample was absolutely atrocious. There was a bunch of leaves, and yeah, still not great by any means, but when those doors open up, you can definitely see it in the sample. I'm guessing because all the wind can get out that door instead of through the sieve. Well, still gotta come out through the sieve. I don't really know what difference it would make, but it definitely messes with the airflow inside the combine, I guess. Come back to a beautiful sample. Not that you can probably see that. But yeah, it's going okay. We are at 38 acres of 52 here. And we just got to clean up with the home farm and we're done for the year. So, exciting. Well, we are officially in the last field, which is right beside the home farm elevator, right there. Driving down the road, I noticed, well, Bruce mentioned it to me this morning that he thought pin number one's roof looked a little different. And driving down the road, the entire roof of that bin is pushed out. It obviously got filled too full. Sucks. And it's pushed the roof out. It's creased about right above the bin vents. So 6-7 feet up, the whole bin roof is creased out. I'm actually very surprised it's not leaking corn, or very surprised it's not leaking corn. I'm very surprised it's not still attached to the bin. The auger that we need to core that bin out is currently being used to reclaim the wet pad. So, that'll put a sick feeling in your stomach. That's going to be expensive. Years and years and years moving corn around and kicking around with bins, and the year that we actually have enough storage, we fill a bin too full. Unbelievable. Well, I was combining up an old fence line that we took out 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. We farmed there for 2 years for sure. Put a T-post through the combine with the corn head. How did it say first? I have no idea what it wrecked on its way through. But we have like 15-20 acres to go. It's still going in the bin. We're finishing. It's gonna fight us down to the last kernel. That bin is sick to my stomach right now. I don't know if it's getting worse. Like, I didn't notice it when I drove to the farm this morning. And we haven't put corn in that bin for 2 days now. It's been like that. It's been that full for 2 days. You never turned the fan on, so it didn't blow the roof out. It's just the amount of corn sitting against the roof right now is making it buckle, and yeah, we gotta do something about that today. Great. Every year there's something, I tell you. I'd much prefer the corn just coming out the seams and ending up on the ground than that happening. Which is normally what happens when you fill a bin too full. It just comes out the little cracks in the roof. It's what it is. Seen it happen before, just never happened to us until today. It's the harvest that keeps on giving. Quite confident that you're broken. We gotta fight the snout open. At least it's about 15 degrees warmer than the last time this happened. Oh, it might have just got pushed off. I'm thinking it just got sprung. You're still fine. You're still fine. That does happen sometimes. This is definitely the one that caught the, I bet this is the row that caught the T-post. Oh, we'll get done someday. We'll get done someday. Brutal. I'll finish with 4 rows if I have to. Have the handy dandy tool. You never want to put your fingers in between there. So the harvest just keeps on giving, David. It just won't quit. Although it looks like I maybe punched the ground there, so that's probably why it got pushed back.
What was that out of the head?
No. See what else we can break to finish the day. Watch your 3-point hitch, eh? I don't know if you can lift it up, but
I sure can.
all right. Hi. Oh, you're so full of junk. But yeah, that's an example of the 360 chain pulling in trash where this one doesn't. Because yeah, this side was immaculate. Oh, that's a dirty dust. Nasty. There we go. Ugh. Guess I didn't need you after. Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We've got like 3 more rounds in behind the elevator here, so 1 more buggy full. We're leaving the 2 dumpers in the buggy full of corn for a few reasons. Never fails, but he made a few adjustments on the dryer. We changed a few things, and we're drying at 5 degrees warmer than we were all year. And that dryer has a fair more capacity right now for some, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's a little bit dry of corn, so it's not all that changes, but he asked me at the beginning of the year if we should dry at 210, and I said, no, let's just do 205. We don't want to have issues. And he's been drying at 210 for the last 24 hours, and anyway, what I'm getting at is the wet bin is empty by 4 a.m. if we all go home at 6. So having the dumper in the buggies full of corn is a lot easier to get the enough corn to dry through till daylight than dealing with the wet corn pile for a few hours. Yeah, we're so close. We're so close to that. This is the last full bin full of the year. 8 more rows down the field. Of course, I'll end up at the wrong end, but it is what it is. The end is in sight. Something really bad would have to happen now. Which I shouldn't say that because really bad stuff can't happen in this film. I like to run the combine decently empty of fuel. I don't like leaving it full of fuel anyway. And decently low on depth to store for the winter. I know I've heard that you should keep everything full so that the tank doesn't sweat or doesn't condensate. But I don't know. Right now we're using winter diesel, which has the additive in it so that your fuel doesn't gel. It's a little more expensive than regular diesel, so if I don't have to store the combine full of that, and next summer I fill it up with summer diesel, I don't know. And then, one, it gets fresh diesel put in it before it goes out to work, and it gets fresh DEF. I don't like the thought of storing DEF and letting it freeze thaw all winter long, and then expecting it to work great when it's 30 degrees outside. I don't know. Just put fresh stuff in it the day before we go combine wheat, and away we go. And if it's decently empty of fuel, you just never know if there's the potential of it not being here next year. So I'd hate to trade a combine in with a full tank of diesel, but that is not on the books right now anyway. Get it empty. I can clean out the filter in the bottom of the tank easy enough, and yeah, it gets fresh DEF and diesel for the first job of wheat next year. So we're in there. We're so close. Here they are, the last 8. Just kidding. I don't. Where'd you come from? Woo! That's a roll of shame from like 2 weeks ago too, so that's even more annoying. Yeah. And that row of shame followed me all the way. Like, I did a strikeout over there, so it must have been wrong in this. Anyway. Last 8 plus 1. We'll get her done here eventually. I needed a reason to drive back up to the farm anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in far enough, edit it to zoom in, but row number 7, that chain that I had to put on, is not spinning. But as soon as I dive into corn, I'm assuming the other row beside it running is pulling cogs and making it, helping it spin, because it wasn't an issue. It just stopped spinning on each end there. So that is an issue. Hopefully it's not a gearbox stripped out, but considering it does that, I'm thinking that a keyway is gone and it's biting just enough to, like, I shouldn't be running it like this right now, but we're almost done. We're 100 feet away from the finish line. Oh, she did a little spinny action there. Doesn't take much to get her to go. Anyway, corn harvest 2025 in the books. We have put 446 separator hours, or not sorry, 446 engine hours on this whole girl this year. I know it may seem like she broke a lot, she did, but to be honest, she ran pretty flawlessly during wheat harvest, and pretty flawlessly through soybean harvest. A lot of my issues that I had in soybeans were bean head related, not really combine related. So yeah, corn harvest 2025 is all wrapped up. We'll let the feeder house clean out, we'll let the bin clean out, and that's sweet. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. I will get drone footage of that bin. It'll be in the next video probably. If you want to see the damage caused by that, don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll be in the next one. See you later. I hope you enjoyed the harvest journey. It was a fun one this year.